how to design the adder circuit. Here we have the adder circuit. To design the adder circuit, we need two resistors and one feedback resistor and an op-amp. Here inverting terminal of the op-amp is considered so that we get the output as inverting one. Now let us see the designing part of the adder. We have two resistors here and two voltages connected for the input terminals. As these two voltages are connected to the R, I1 flows through R1 and I2 flows through R2. So the total output voltage is equal to minus I into RF. Since we have two current flowing through R1 and R2, minus of I1 plus I2 into RF, where RF is the feedback resistor. According to Ohm's law, we have V equal to I into R. So I is equal to V by R. So minus I1 is V1 by R1 plus I2 is V2 by R2 into RF. For simplicity, let us consider R1 equal to R2 equal to R. So then V0 equal to minus RF by R into V1 plus V2. Since this is the output voltage of the inverting terminal. If RF equal to R, then finally V0 equal to minus of V1 plus V2. So finally at the output, whatever the voltage we are giving at the input V1 and V2 gets added, and it will be at the inverting one. The negative sign shows it is connected to the inverting terminal and the non-inverting terminal is grounded. Let us observe the same in the experiment. So here the voltages are given 2 volts at one point and 2 volts at the other point. Okay, so this is 1 volt. Let's check for this. This is 2 volts and this is 2 volts. So 2 volts and 2 volts. At the output, this is grounded. If I release the ground, it is 1, 2. 2 into the output is 2. So 2 into 2, it is 4. We are getting 2 plus 2 voltage as 4. If I vary the input voltage, now I vary the input voltage to 4 volts here. Now it is 3. 3 plus 3 plus 2, which is 5. We can observe this is 1 to 2.5. This 2.5 into 2, which is 10 volts. So that at the output we are getting 2 added voltages, and this is to the reference level. This is to below the reference level. So it is below the reference level, which is negative. It shows it is negative. Thank you. As a continuation of adder circuit, here the second experiment is integrator circuit. Let us see the integrator design part. We have the integrator for V0 equal to minus 1 by RC into integral 0 to t Vi into dt, and F is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. Here let us consider F equal to 1 kilohertz. For 1 kilohertz, choose C is equal to 0.001 microfarad. If we choose C equal to 0.001 microfarad, then let us calculate R. R is 1 by 2 pi Fc from this formula, F equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. So substitute the values, we get R equal to 15.9 kilo ohm. As we don't get the exact value of the resistor, we have the standard value of resistor, R equal to 15 kilo ohm. So let us connect this 15 kilo ohm to the inverting terminal of the op-amp UA741. And here square wave input is given. Of the frequency 2 volts peak to peak and frequency is 1 kilohertz. And C is a feedback capacitor. We have chosen here 0.01 microfarad, and V0 is equal to minus 1 by RC integral 0 to T VI into dt. So whatever the input voltage we give, that is integrated, and always the integrator output is a triangular wave. So when we have a positive edge cycle, there is a falling edge of triangular wave, and when we have the negative edge, there is a rising edge of the triangular wave. That we can observe in the circuit. The same circuit is rigged up here. So we have the R here, which is 15K, and we have 0.01 microfarad, and the input is connected to the source, that is through the function generator. So from the function generator, square wave is given, and the output is taken at the CRO. So now if I switch on, then we get, for this is the input square wave what we are giving from the function generator, and we can observe this triangular wave. When we have the positive edge cycle, there is a falling edge of triangular wave. This is because as we have connected the input square wave to the terminal 2, which is the inverting terminal. So that is why we are getting falling edge of the triangular wave. For the negative edge cycle, we are getting the positive edge of the positive rising edge of the triangular wave. So this sequence is repeated for the next input wave. As a continuation of the experiment adder and integrator, the part C experiment is differentiator. Let us see the designing of the differentiator experiment. V0 equal to minus RC into differentiation of the input voltage, which is dVi by dt. So we know that F equal to 2 by RF into C. Let us consider F equal to 1 kilowatts. For 1 kilowatts frequency, choose C is equal to 0.01 microfarad. So RF can be calculated from the above formula, RF equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. Substitute the formula, substitute the values in the formula. F equal to 1 kilowatts and C is equal to 0.01 micro, which is 10 power minus 6. So we get RF equal to 15.9K as a standard value of resistor. We are taking RF equal to 15K. So to add the loading at the inverting terminals, let us choose R1 equal to 5.6K. So R equal to 15K and R1 is 5.6K. So connect C in series with R 0.01 microfarad. And the input is given to the inverting terminal. Input is a square wave, 2 volts peak to peak, and 1 kilohertz is the frequency, which is given to the inverting terminal of MUA741 op-amp, and the non-inverting terminal is grounded. The output will be the differentiated input, that is minus RC into dVi by dt. Let us see the connections. The connections are made as shown in the figure. So we have 5.6 and 15K resistor, and this is 0.01 microfarad. The input is provided here. For the square wave input, the input is provided from the function generator, which is a square wave. For the input square wave, the output is a differentiated output, which is the spike output we can observe in the CRO. Thank you.